Here, one long body of muscle and scars is all that stands between the cold and a slow, empty hunger.
Rooted in darkness, these anemones turn each passing grain of life into tissue.
To the eel, this forest is both corridor and granary, a place where shelter and opportunity. From far above, the eel is just one moving mark on a single mountainside. Yet for
By skimming the tops of the colony, the eel stays close to hiding places without tangling itself in the very snares that feed its neighbors. Each slow wave of its spine must thread through gaps already crowded with other lives, none of which can afford to be broken for free.
this twilight belt clings to the mountain like a thin, breathing skin, holding just enough light and
Every chase begins in silence, in the quick arithmetic of calories burned versus calories caught in one burst from the rocks. Here, survival is a matter of patient sieving, each drifting fragment and unwary body pulled out of the water column one by one. Most of the time, even a perfect leap only earns mouthfuls of light and bone, barely enough to justify the sprint through this heavy water.
every ledge and soft patch offers a slightly different exchange rate between effort and food, carving in
Down here, exhaustion is another kind of predator. Burning too much strength on a series of near misses can kill as surely as any set of teeth. Venturing beyond the rich stands can reveal quieter ground, where each sweep of the water offers fewer chances to replace what the last chase burned away. To survive, it must keep updating its map of where the slope feeds best, trading depth and pressure for thicker streams of drifting flesh. Down here, danger often arrives first as a change in the water's heartbeat, a new rhythm cutting across the usual murmurs of current and crackle. The shark is built for this depth, slow, efficient, and strong enough to turn patient circles into sudden. From here, each of them can sense the other without yet committing. One measures angles, the other weighs whether stillness is safer than flight. The shark wastes little movement. Even this small turn is an investment, guided by the memory of where. By letting the rooted forest break up its outline, the eel turns the same stinging towers that feed on scraps. Each circuit tightens the loop. Sooner or later, one body will stray too far from cover. In a single beat, slow circling becomes a gamble of speed and timing, every stored calorie thrown into one attempt to close the remaining distance. The forest that once offered cover now becomes an obstacle course, each hurried bend risking both stings. Here there is no room for feints or tests. Every stroke is thrown at full cost, with no certainty that the distance will shrink fast enough.
At this scale, the difference between a path that saves and one that exposes looks almost trivial. Survival often comes wrapped in damage. The marks it leaves will stiffen and ache long.
One route ends here, folded into the shark's economy. Another continue upward, carrying the same lessons written in a different set of scars. The mantle absorbs this sudden release of energy without drama, turning one eel's end into food and
Survival here is less a triumph than a narrow continuation, bought with wounds that must heal before the next steep climb in the dark. Even damage to the rooted colony becomes part of its food. Torn tissue and spilled blood are folded.
It retraces part of the path that nearly killed it, marking each turn and narrow gap as a note for the next time.
The reef of the deep mountain keeps no stories, only small physical edits, scars.
Even along the scars carved by flight, new mouths begin to open, testing.
For a short while, the mountain seems almost kind, offering still ground and careful mouth.
The seamount has already folded one eel's end into its balance. This survivor now moves with quieter stroke.
Seen from this height, eel, shark, and anemone forest all collapse into a faint